their second win at 1-0. In for a strike. Mr. Lewis was an outstanding three-sport athlete at Lynn Tech, and now he's back in his alma mater as the head coach. A well-deserved, outstanding young man. Hit foul up in the seats. And we got a huge crowd for this one. Tech brought a few. Innovation didn't bring anybody. They have to come all the way from Kingsbury. What a pitch. Looked like he took something off and broke it in. Caught Gueva looking for strike three. Sam Coit, the second baseman, is the hitter. In for a strike. Manning Field going. There's a lacrosse game over there. There was a track meet before this. This is the combined Lynn team lacrosse. St. Mary's had a try meet. Little late swing on that breaking ball. Again, he took something off. That's a nice pitch by Payon. The 0-2 pitch up and coming. Down and in for a ball. Reverse the two teams. Tech 1-0, Innovation 0-1. So an early season for both teams. Hit foul back up in the seats. We'll do it again at 1-2. Curveball hangs high. Swing and a miss. Pretty good shot for Payon, 2 strikeouts. Nate Rose, he's the pitcher, so it's pitcher against pitcher here. Down and in for a ball. Chops it to first. Big hop. You love those Sunday hops. He bobbled it, but he had plenty of time. The first baseman McCaffrey makes the play. So an easy inning for Payon. You like those big Sunday hops at first base.
Keep going.
So Tech.
Keep going. Keep going. Right there.
Tech has a chance to get on the board first. It'll be Josh Shelley. Or Shelley. Shelley, the right fielder, leading off. Will McCaffrey, the first baseman, bats second. The third baseman, Ben Tatarini, will hit number 3. Catching and batting fourth, John Giordano. Colby Buckland, the shortstop, hits number 5. Roman Valdez, the left fielder, hits number 6. Pitching and batting seventh, Jared Payon. Hitting in the A spot is Tyler Maynard. And the second baseman, Elijah Christensen. It's not with a C, it's with an SCH. but I guess the AD, Joe Connell, is telling me it's pronounced Christensen. So good, it makes it easier for me. And anything that does that is great. And Joe, I got to ask you, sitting next to me, a big feather in the cap for Lynn Tech, the young man going to USC and got a full ride. So I remember you used to say, if you want to go to college, you go to English and classical. If you want to go into business and become a mechanic, an air conditioner worker, or you go to Tech. But Tech is putting a lot of people in college as well.
Yeah, the young man that is going to USC was in the health tech shop, and he did just a great job at the school, and I know the school's proud of him, and we wish him well. And two ways to go. You can either go college route or the trade route. A lot of options for kids at Lynn Tech.
Yeah, that's for sure. Cool. So congratulations to him, representing his school and the city and his family extremely well. People still coming in a little bit. There's a little bit of a crowd over down behind third base. The big cheese just came in.
Yeah, everyone on their best behavior.
I remember when he was nobody. He was just a soccer coach. Now everybody says, sure.
That's right.
Josh Seeley, the right fielder, will lead it off against Nate Rose on the mound. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Easy to pick out the innovation players with those bright red uniforms. Chop back to the mound. Rose with a little lob over the first, had plenty of time. So the play goes 1-3 for the first out. It'll bring up Will McCafferty, the first baseman. Nice night here at Frazier Field. It was surprising because it rained most of the day. It cleared up right around noontime. The sun came out bright. Lined in the right center field for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases. He gets in easily with a stand-up double. Last couple of nights here at games was freezing cold. Everybody had frostbite. But a nice night here tonight. Ben Tatarini, the third baseman, will be the hitter. So a solid shot by McCafferty into right center field. Trying to keep the runner close. Didn't throw it, just faked like he was going to throw. Push McCafferty back to second base. Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball. Chop the shot. That's going to be trouble. They threw it anyway. They don't get him. If he turned, he could have tagged the runner at second base. The runner was way off the base. Shortstop didn't look. The throw was high. I'm going to be generous and give Tatarini a hit because I think he beat it. First and third with one out. Tech looking to go on the board first here in the bottom of the first. Dom Giordano, the catcher. High for a ball. They let the runner go. So it's second and third. Where I'm looking, the left fielder is as close to the line as you can possibly be. Center fielder is dead center. The right fielder is close to the line. There's huge gaps in left and right center. As the ball's fouled back, evening the count at 1. Popped up. Shortstop, step or two back on the outfield grass, makes the play. 2 away. Colby Buckland, the shortstop. So one swing of the bat could give Tech the lead. One out will get Innovation out of a jam. In for a strike. Hit right to the first baseman. If I put my glove right about here, I'll get that. That was going down the right field line. The first baseman, Millen Solthy, made a nice play. So Brett, by Tech, goes by the boards. They had second and third. With one out, they get a pop-up and a ground out. They're out of the inning. And we're right back where we started, dead even. Tech, nothing. Innovation, nothing at the end of one. 4, 5, and 6 for Innovation as we start the second inning. Millen Solthy, the first baseman. We made that nice play on the third out, took a hit away, ended the inning. Tech would have scored 2 runs. Down and in for a ball. Tech trying to get a split here today at Fraser Field. Kip lost the first game. Swing and a miss. Down and away for a ball. On the inside corner. Payon trying to come all the way back. It's now a full count, 3-2. Swing and a miss, he gets him. So he starts the second the way he started the first with a strikeout. His third. Randy Ulis, the left fielder, is the hitter. Well, excuse me, the catcher. High for a ball. Hit foul, a little late swing up in the seats. Almost went into the bucket over there behind the first base dugout. He hits him right in the middle of his number 10. One of the Tech fans is really getting a workout. There's nobody sitting behind first base. And he's chasing all the foul balls over there and comes back and sits over behind third base. He's going to be a tired young man by the end of the night. In for a strike. This is Yadel Surreal, the center fielder. Up and away for a ball. Waved at that pitch. That was down in the turf And he just said, I think I'll swing at that pitch. He didn't even get around. It was like right in on his hands. The bat was still in his hands. In close. 1-2 the count to the Innovation center fielder. Again, a little late swing. He was just a half swing. Almost like he's trying to protect himself. Count stays 1-2. Waves at that pitch for strike 3. A.J. Cooper, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Down and in for a ball. Slices it foul. Another late swing. They're not getting around very well on Payon. Just slapped it past third base, hitting from the left side. And again, goes to the right side. That's a nice play by Eddie Lewis. 1-2 the count. In on the hands, he fouls it again to the Tech dugout. Ooh, that's a tough pitch to take. 1-2, that did not miss by much. But we got deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inning number 2. And that's called third strike. So he hit a batter, but he strikes out the side. He's got 5 strikeouts. In 2 innings, the only non-strikeout was the ground ball to first base. So once again, Tech will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Roman Valdez, Jared Payon, Tyler Maynard to face Nate Rolls, who'll be starting his second inning of work. Rich Avery, the guy that monitors these 2 fields, had to breathe a sigh of relief today when he woke up and saw all the rain. And you hate to have rainouts and cancellations because there's so many. I mean, there's 5 different teams that play here for now. The Navigators will be coming in pretty soon. There are other teams that play here as well. There's lacrosse and soccer over at Manning, and I think St. Mary's girls have a rugby team as well that they play some games. And there's a, I don't know, during the summer they have a flag football league for the young kids. They have a flag football league for the gentlemen. They play crosswise so they can get 3 or 4 games in at one time rather than play the whole 100 yards. And they have a, I don't know if they still do, they used to have a men's soccer program come in on, I think it was Sunday nights. So these 2 facilities are worn to the ground. They're going to find some room and time to get in here and put the turf in the outfield and fix the turf on the football field. And two great facilities. Colleges would like to have these two facilities. And the only thing, Richie Avery, who does a great job monitoring these two places, all he cares about is please don't cancel games and please don't have bad weather so we can't play, so we can just do the regular schedule all the way through. Rescheduling is a horror show. So Roman Valdez, the left fielder, will be the hitter as we get set to start the bottom of the second inning. A couple of the Lynn teams off to a great start. St. Mary's girls 4-0, Classical boys 4-0. Tech looking to go 2-0. Pitch is low for a ball. Hit foul. Just past the Tech dugout. Oh, late swing. Late swing here, too. He went the opposite way. Way up and in. Just a little inside. Missing wide for a ball. So he can be fussy here, trying to become a base runner. It's a 3-1 pitch up and coming. Yeah, that's ball 4. So the first walk in the ball game goes to Valdez. Tech gets the leadoff hitter on. Jared Payon, the pitcher, will be the hitter. Decent lead at first base by Valdez. They throw over and they throw it away. He's going to be able to go to third. All the way down the right field line. All the way to third. They try to pick him off and they throw it away. So Tech has a runner at third again, this time with nobody out. It was with one out in the first inning. They couldn't score. Payon trying to bunt, reaches for that one. That was outside. He tried to bunt the ball. And I mentioned before, bunting has gone downhill considerably. Swing and a miss. It used to be a huge part of this sport and softball. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. First strikeout for Rose. Tyler Maynard, the center fielder, is the hitter. Tyler's job is, he'd love to get a base hit, but he wants to put the ball in play someplace to bring that run home. Get Tech on the board. That pitch was in the catcher's glove when he swung at that pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. What a huge break for Innovation. That looked like a wild pitch. He ducked under it. It was way inside. It got all the way to the, everyone's wondering, why isn't he running? It hit the bat. It was a foul ball. A huge break for Innovation, a tough break for Tech. That's not a tough break. The run's going to score on the pass ball. So Tech gets on the board. That just went right through the wickets at home plate. So Innovation got a big break on that inside pitch that wound up being a foul ball, but now the ball goes to the backstop. Valdez scores, so that walk and the two-base error hurts. So they get a run without a hit. Down the way for a ball. Evens the count at 2. And he has to duck away from that one as well. The count goes full. Slice foul past first base. And we'll get to do it again at 3-2. Swing and a miss, he gets him. Two-away. Elijah Christensen. Swing and a miss. Elijah is the second baseman for Tech. Hit in the air behind first base. Long run for the first baseman. Can't get there. Not one of those plays that you come to the ball to make it easier. Running away from the ball makes it a little harder. 0-2 the count. Shot. Yeah, it's going to go foul. Yeah, it almost looked like it hit him. So we'll do it again at 0-2. High and away for a ball. Top of the order. Josh Seeley on deck. Swing and a miss. They'll have to throw him out at first base. So he strikes out the side. But he also gave Tech a run. He walked Valdez, threw it away trying to pick him off. He went all the way to third, and then the pass ball scored the run. So Tech doesn't get a hit, but they get a run, and they take the lead. It's Lynn Tech 1, Innovation nothing after 2. We start at the top of the third. It'll be 8-9-1 for Innovation. Regan Persecchi, the right fielder, is the hitter. Payon will start his third inning of work. Both pitchers have 5 strikeouts in 2 innings. In for a strike. In for strike 2. Took a step back, took a step forward, and swung right through that pitch. The last 4 outs have been strikeouts. Yandel Hernandez is DHing for the left fielder. Julio Martinez in for a strike. In for strike 2. That did not miss by much. And again, a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. Waves at the pitch for strike 3. The beat goes on for Payon. 7 strikeouts. The 1 out was a little bounce to the first base. That wasn't a strikeout. Top of the hour. Ivan Gueva waves at the pitch for strike 1. He struck out leading off the ball game. He was called on strikes. It taking a long time. Down and away for a ball. On the corner for a strike. 1-2. Hits it foul. Late swing pushes it to the innovation dugout. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Good ball. He backed away and it's in for the second inning in a row. He strikes out the side for the second time. He gets Gueva looking. Eight of the 9 outs have been strikeouts by Payon. Again, the 1 out that wasn't was a little late swing chop, a big hip hop to the first baseman for an out. Bottom of the 3rd, it'll be the top of the order for Tech. Josh Seeley, Will McCafferty, Ben Tatarini, the 3 hitters to face Nate Rose, who was a very gracious guest in the last inning. He gave Tech their run, walked the batter, threw it away trying to pick him off and went down the right field line. Valdez went all the way to 3rd. He wound up striking out the side after that, but just before that, the pass ball enabled a run to score. And that's the difference in the game right now, 1-0 Tech. So Tech got 2 hits in the first inning, had second and third, but didn't score. They got no hits in the second inning and scored a run. Seeley led off the first inning, bouncing it to the pitcher. In for a strike. Just get out of the way of that one. Did a little soft shoe dance. Almost hit him. Pop foul up in the seats. Down and away for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Hit to third. Nice play by the third baseman, Cooper. Quickly over to Sothi. Play goes 5-3 on Selly. Will McCaffrey lined a double in a right center field. Made it to third and got stranded there. Waves at the first pitch. So Rose had struck out 3 in a row before that ground ball. Good pitch for strike 2. Down and away for a ball. Down and away again. 2-2 the count. McCaffrey is the Tigers' first baseman. Fouls it to the backstop, stays alive. We'll do it again at 2-2. Rose stepped off. McCaffrey stepped out. And now we're ready. We get back to baseball. Chop of the shot. Big hop for the shortstop. And he had enough time to throw McCaffrey out. As an infielder, you like those big hops. Ben Tatarini had an infield hit. Stole second, got stranded at second and third. Off the catcher, 2-0. I watched a group of students downstairs. Tatarini get up. They stood up, and they're standing while he's hitting. Way up and in. The 3-0 pitch coming up. In for a strike. Hit in a right field for a base hit. And the fans go wild. Patrine's got his second hit, and now the group sits down. He brought his own group to root him on. And he gave him something to clap about. He's got 2 hits and 2 trips. Dom Giordano, the catcher, popped to the shortstop. His 1 trip. In for a strike. That's going to be a base hit to right field, just over the first baseman's head. Santorini on his way to third. Giordano found a soft spot, just about 2 or 3 feet on the outfield grass behind first base. So after 2 quick outs, 2 base hits, put runners at first and third for Colby Buckland, the shortstop. Let's see what they do with the runner at first, and let's see what Innovation does if Tech does anything with the runner at first. He's got a decent lead. He takes off. They let him go. He got a huge jump. So second and third. Pitching low for a ball. Swing and a miss. Hit the shot, long throw across the diamond. What a great play. Safety was off the bag. Now the runner is going to go to second base. 2-run score. Weaver, the shortstop, made a great play, almost in the outfield grass. The long throw. They couldn't come up with it at first base. I'm going to give him a base hit. That's an unbelievable. That's a hard call for an error. So 2-out Lightning for Tech. That was going in the outfield. Gueva made a great stop. Looked like he threw him out. He had the throw just about there, and it just popped loose. The runners were going. Both of them scored. In for a strike. This is Roman Valdez. He scored the 1 run. He walked, and Errol put him to third, and the pass ball scored the run. Hit the second. He'll make the play, but 2-out Lightning by Tech. 2 ground balls, two easy outs to start the inning. 3 consecutive hits. Tech scores twice. They give Payon a little bit of breathing room on the mound. We played 3 at Frazier Field in this interleague battle. Tech 3, Innovation nothing. 2, 3, and 4 for Innovation as we start the top of the 4th inning. Sam Cody struck out. Hits it to center field, almost in his tracks. Now backs up a step. And Maynard makes the play. He wasn't playing that deep. He's pretty shallow out in center field, so he took 1 step in, took 1 step back, and hit it really right at him. So that ends the streak of strikeouts. Last 6 outs were strikeouts. 5 in a row. There's a hit batsman thrown in between. And that breaks that streak. Nate Rose is the pitcher, is the hitter. Down and away for a ball. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch up and in. Wide for a ball. The 2-2 pitch. High and tight for a ball. The payoff pitch up and coming. Strike 3, they'll have to throw him out. I don't know if I fouled up, but I don't know. Can you do this? Can you bat 10 players? Because they're batting 10.
Extra hitter.
In for a strike, because this is Rose. I thought Rose was the last hitter.
9-10.
I put a DH down, but they're batting 10. They're letting everybody hit. But they listed as a DH. But he's not a DH. In for a strike. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hit back to the mound. Payon will make the play himself. So I didn't realize until now that they listed one of the players as a DH, but they're batting 10 hitters. They're letting all 10 hitters hit. That's how I got fouled up on my score sheet. Nine strikeouts for Payon as we're halfway through the ball game. And it will be 7, 8, and 9 for Tech, leading at 3-0. Again, it turned out to be a nice night. Able to play here. Turf all the way around the infield. Foul territory all the way past first and third base in the infield. The only dirt around is on the pitcher's mound. Grass in the outfield, but as we mentioned, they're in the process of coming up to get turf in the outfield, which would be outstanding. And then eventually they're going to redo Manning turf. again, I go back to a lot of colleges would like to have these two facilities. We mentioned how many teams play here. Fisher College is another team that practices and plays their games here. And they have big contributors. They help put the scoreboard up. They help with a couple of the fence that covers the dugouts. They help in other areas. They pay a rental fee, which helps with the upkeep of this place. They are great tenants. They're very good friends. Jared Payon struck out swinging his one trip. Missing inside for a ball. High for a ball, 2-0. So we still don't have anybody on the innovation side, but we had quite a few fans on the tech side. That little cheering section for Tatarini has left. Did that hit him or was it ball 4? So Payon becomes a base runner. Tyler Maynard struck out swinging. In for a strike. Chopped to first base. Bobbled, but he had enough time. It was awful close at first base. Maynard made that close with a high chopper. So it's not a sacrifice, but it works the same. Payon moves over to second. Elijah Christensen.
Wes Morales.
Oh, Wesley Morales is hitting for Christensen. As the ball goes to the backstop. I was busy putting the out on my score sheet. I didn't notice the new number at the plate. Good thing I got help up here in the press box. What would I do without him? And what am I going to do with him? Hit foul. That one went beyond the seats. And the ball chaser was left too. Line past first base. Taking the turn. It's all the way down. He's going to keep going. Now he holds up. Now he decides to go. The throw to third, not in time. It gets away. But he was sliding at the third, so he can't go. He winds up with a triple. He stopped at second, then realized he could go. The throw was wide of the bag. He was in easy. The throw got away, but not far enough for anybody to go anywhere. So the ninth hitter gets an RBI with a triple. The hit batsman Payon scores. And Lintec lengthens their lead to 4-0. Hit foul. And it's going to make it up in the seats, bouncing. Hit to the backstop. Hit foul to the backstop. Kelly goes down on strikes. 2 away. Ball gets away, but not far enough. Morales thought about it, but then held up. That one is over the catcher's head. The wild pitch coming home. So the pinch hitter Morales does a nice job. He triples in a run and then scores on the wild pitch. And Tech has lengthened that lead to 5-0. Missing inside. Will McCaffrey has doubled and grounded a short. In for a strike at the letters. On the corner for a strike. Rose trying to come all the way back. Good curveball. He ducked under and it broke in for strike 3. So he gets 2 strikeouts to end the inning. Tech gets 2 more runs. The hit batsman hurt. We played 4 here. Tech leading Innovation 5-0. Milan Sothi struck out his 1 trip. Swing and a miss. Payon has at least 1 in every inning. He struck out the side in second and third, got 2 in the first. The only inning he got 1 was the 4th. Four, 5, and 6 for Innovation. Wide for a ball. Waves at that pitch. Two the count. High and tight for a ball. And we got a full count. Payoff pitch up and coming. Took that pitch right down the pipe. So he keeps up his streak, at least 1 every inning. That's his 10th. So he's averaging 2 an inning. He's still got 2 outs left in this inning. Randy Ulis got hit by a pitch. He's the only base runner that Payon has given up to hit batsman. Curveball's over but low. High and tight. Ulis is the catcher for Innovation. Missing down the way. Very late swing. That pitch was almost by him. Missing wide for a ball. Second base runner, both have been the catcher. Eddie Lewis coming out of the dugout. Coach Lewis in his first year. We mentioned he was an outstanding athlete at Lynn Tech in 3 sports. He'll do a good job here. He's a very good young man. He's a good example for all these kids. Yadel Shuriel, the center fielder, is the hitter. That pitch was over his head inside, and he swung at it anyway. In for strike 2. He holds the bat straight up in the air. I don't know how you can get around like that. Wide for a ball. Punches it down the first base line, foul. That was way up and in. He just got the bat on the ball and kind of pushed it towards first base. It kicked out foul. Hit foul again. Strike 3 called. A.J. Cooper, the third baseman, was called on the strikes his one trip. Down and in for a ball. Swing and a miss. The runner takes off. He's going to steal second base. It goes, bounces off him. And he's out at third base. The ball got away at second. Shortstop Buckland had it. Good throw to third. Nice tag by Santorini. So they give up the walk, but they only faced 3 hitters in the inning. He picked up another strikeout in the inning. 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. And they easily stole second base, but then he tried to go to third. I'm not sure why. During the season, are they even going to make contact? They might get a hit. You can't put the ball in play. Well, but over the bat, way up in here. You can't even take a first swing. 3, 4, and 5 for Tech as we start the bottom of the 5th. Ben Tantarini, who made that tag. I think his fan club is coming back. They left their seats. They were taken by 3 other students, so they're sitting in other place. But Tantarini's fan club is back. He's 2 for 2 and scored a run. He's the third baseman for Lynn Tech. Tech looking to go 2-0 in the early season under new head coach Eddie Lewis. Innovation's trying to get back to 1-1, but they've got themselves a very deep hole. And so far, they haven't put the ball in play. They made 1 contact, a ground ball to first base in the first inning. Hit foul off the hitter. I apologize. There was a fly ball to center field as well for an out. Line shot down the right field line, foul. Just missed. Fishing inside. Hit up the middle in the center field for a base hit. He's got his 3rd hit. Much to the delight of his fans sitting down there. For the 3rd time in 5 innings, Tech has the leadoff hitter on. Tom Giordano popped the shot singled and scored. Wide for a ball. In for a strike. Nate Rose in his 5th inning of work. Nice play. And he makes the shortstop made the nice play too. Rose had a pump once because there was nobody on the bag, and then he threw it, almost threw it away. The shortstop, not the shortstop, Gueva, made a stretch like the first baseman. Nice play by the pitcher for the first out. Colby Buckland bounced to first, singled in a run. Actually, singled in 2 runs. Off the catcher. Giordano moves down to second base. In for a strike. Ajip Payon, a strikeout. He's got 11. The runner takes off for third. He got a great pitch to steal third. Way up and in, off the catcher's glove. So Giordano was at third with 1 out. Yeah, we got a trip out to the mound. We're in the bottom half of the 5th. Tech missed out. They had second and third with 1 out in the first, couldn't score. But they got 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Now they have a runner at third with 1 out. We're going to add to a 5-0 lead. They got a long time out there. The umpire now coming to break them up. Just as he gets out there, they break it up. And we'll get back to baseball. Colby Buckland is the shortstop for Tech. Hit foul up in the seats. Draws a walk. He's on for the second time. Roman Valdez drew a walk, manufactured a run. He went to third when the pickoff throw went astray. Scored on the pass ball, and that got Tech their lead at 1-0. off the catcher, the wild pitch. The runner from first was going. He's going to wind up at third. So Buckland gets a stolen base, and then the wild pitch puts him at third. And the wild pitch scores Giordano his second run. And they have a runner at third with one out. And throw the first inning out. Tech has scored in every inning. Squares the button, fouls it off. In for a strike. Sliced the other way, hit the left field for a base hit. The beat goes on for the Tigers as it's now 7-0. The runner is at first with one out. Jared Payon struck out swinging, got hit by a pitch and scored a run. Swing and a miss, the runner takes off easily into second base. It skips out at the center field, he'll go to third. He took a wide turn like he was going to try and score. So the stolen base in the error puts him at third. Payon tries to bunt. The pitch was way up and away. Took a shot at it and fouled it off to the left side. High for a ball. Down and in, evens the count at 2. Chased that high pitch and swung right through it. Six strikeouts for Rose. Tyler Maynard, the center fielder, struck out, bounced to the first baseman. Hits it foul up in the seats. High and tight for a ball. I said you got a piece, catch it held on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Call third strike. So he strikes out the last 2. But the walk hurt again as the walk extended the inning. We got a couple of hits. Valdez got an RBI. 1 scored on the wild pitch. Tech has extended that lead. It's now 7-0 Tech at the end of 5. Hit to third base. Safe.
What's the official score say?
Base hit. A.J. Cooper gets the first hit for Innovation. That's the longest throw in the diamond across third. Tatterini had to go behind the bag and make the long throw across the diamond. That's one of the few balls that Innovation has put in play. They hit a tapper to first, a tapper to the mound. The fly ball to center field was the only decent hit, and it was right at the center fielder.
Look out.
Hit foul, scattered the dugout, Innovation's dugout. Win the top of the sixth, 7-0 Tech. Well on their way to going 2-0. It skips past. The pass ball will move the runner to second base. Reagan Proseski, the right fielder, struck out swinging his one trip. Chased that high pitch and swung right through it. Had a duck under that one over his head. Evens the count at 2. Call third strike. At least one an inning. 12 strikeouts for Payon. In for a strike. Yandel Hernandez was a strikeout victim, his one trip. Nice stop by Giordano. On a pitch in the turf. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Two away. Julio Martinez was called out on strikes. He was the one that fouled me up on my score sheet because I thought they were using a DH. Instead, they're batting 10, which I didn't know you could do. Swing and a miss. The lacrosse game is done. Chase that high pitch for strike 2. Strikes out the side for the third time. 14 strikeouts. Fourteen strikeouts in 18 outs. And he also has an assist. He struck out the side 3 times. Innovation is down at that last 3 outs. They haven't been able to put the ball in play. First inning, it bounced one hopper to the first baseman, just a tap. Their best inning was the fourth inning, a fly ball to center field and a ground ball back to the mound. They finally got the base hit, the infield hit, starting the sixth inning here for their first hit. And that was their first base runner to reach second base. The runner stole second, but kept going, trying to go to third, and got thrown out at third base. Sam Coit, who was the second baseman, is now the pitcher in the bottom of the sixth. And it'll be 9-1-2. Wesley Morales, who came in as a pinch hitter in the fourth inning, got a triple, knocked in a run, then he scored a run. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. So he walks on 4 pitches. And we'll have a pinch hitter. Jeremy Paulino will hit for Chelly. Chased that high pitch and swung right through it. You always like when they walk the hitter on 4 straight pitches. The next guy gets up and swings at the first pitch, especially when it's out of the strike zone. Way up and away for a ball. Hit in the air behind first base. Just push foul. Innovation's going to have to worry about any injuries coming up. They only have 10 players. Pitch was a little bit high, but he liked it anyway. And he swung right through it. Will McCafferty doubled, grounded a short. Last time up, called on strikes. 1 for 3. High for a ball. In for a strike. Surreal, the center fielder. Innovation is going to have to cover a lot of ground. The right fielder and the left fielder are about 5 feet off the line. The gap in right center and left center is enormous. Hit foul to the backstop. Evens the count at 2. The runner takes off, they don't even bother throwing. Hit in the air to center field. Off the center fielder's glove. McCaffrey reaches on the error. Morales had to wait to see if the ball would be caught. He only got to third base. And if I'm correct, if the guy at home plate scores, the game is over.
Why?
Because the 10-run mercy rule would kick in.
Oh, the guy at home comes around. Gotcha.
Ben Tatarini has got 3 hits in 3 trips and scored a run. Way wide. Nice job by Queelish to go get that. Was way outside. So second and third with 1 out. Hit. That's going to be a base hit.
Base, what are you tagging for?
It bounces in. Motoring into second. Tatarini's got 4 hits. Morales scores his second run. McCaffrey only got to third base.
Yeah, he's tagging it.
Swing and a miss. Dom Giordano popped up, singled and scored, reached on the fielder's choice and scored. I believe if these 2 runners score, the game is over. Pitch is in for a strike. I know that because Classical just mercy rule against Everett. They won the game 12-1.
What inning did they stop it?
Chase that pitch for strike 3. So 2 away. Coley Buckland bounced to the first baseman. Single knocking in 2, walked and scored. So he's 1 for 2 with a couple of RBI and a run scored. The ball goes to the backstop. And I know from last year there are different mercy rules in different leagues. So I don't know if it's 10 runs all the way through. I know it was 10 runs in the Greater Boston League. He almost threw it away. So Tech has 9 and a runner at third with 2 outs. Way up and in for a ball. High for a ball.
16.
Mario Giordano will pinch hit. First and third for the moment. Waves at the pitch for strike 1. The runner goes.
Where's he going?
Runner at second. Looked like he was trying to steal third.
Oh, there he was going.
That would have been interesting. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Chop towards second base. They better hurry. They bobbled it. They're not going to get him. 2 runs are going to score.
What happens now?
And that's going to do it. They get 4 runs the inning to make it 11. And the mercy rule kicks in. And Tech will go to 2-0. Innovation will go to 0-1. Tech had all they needed in the second inning. Valdez walked. They threw it away at first base trying to pick him off. He went to third, scored on a pass ball. They got 2 more in the third. A 2 RBI single by Buckland. They got 2 more in the fourth. A hit batsman, a triple knocked in the run by Christensen. He scored on a wild pitch to make it 5. They got 2 more in the fifth. A single, a fielder's choice, a walk, an RBI single, a wild pitch, made it 7. And they get 4 here in the sixth. A walk after a strikeout, an error in the outfield, a double by Tatarini knocked in a run, a walk to Buckland, an error, a wild pitch. They score 4, and they make it 11-0, and Tech will go to 2-0 on the season. Innovation will go to 0-2. For Tech, McCaffrey had a double, Rishon Era scored a run. Ben Tatarini had a big day, 3 singles, a double, scored a run, knocked in a run. Dom Giordano was on base twice, scored twice, a single and a fielder's choice. Colby Buckland had a 2 RBI single, walked twice, scored twice. So he scored 2 and knocked in 2. Roman Valdez walked and scored a run, singled in a run, and his bounce to second, it was the error, scored the 2 runs to end the game. Jared Payon got hit by a pitch, scored a run. Wesley Morales is only up twice. He came in as a pinch hitter. Tripled in a run, scored on a wild pitch, walked and scored. So he was 1 for 1, scored 2, knocked in a run. And Payon pitches a 1-hitter.
He was the official scorer. He gave him a hit on the ground ball to Ben.
14 strikeouts, Payon. He gave up a hit batsman and a walk, and they only put the ball in play a couple of times. So Innovation goes down. Mercy rule, that's our second. Classical had a mercy rule yesterday. Tech follows suit, and they get 11 on the board. They win it 11-0. Tatarini, the hitting star, with 4 hits. Payon pitching the shutout, a 1-hitter with 14 strikeouts. Only 1 walk and a hit batsman. So 11-0. Tech wins it in a mercy rule at the end of 6 innings. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.